It was a tough one to swallow. If I'm honest, we didn't see it coming.
No.
But we've addressed it after the game emotionally, and then Monday without the emotion, and ultimately nothing has changed massively from what I said after the game. We didn't really approach the game physically as we have done in the last 5 games, and when you play against a good Ospreys team, that's going to cost you. The yellow card was a huge turning point in the game, as we know, but I'm not blaming the yellow card for the amount of missed tackles that we made during that period. They were all simple one-on-one tackles that were missed. So, but we've dealt with it. We moved on. We said, look, we've played 5 games and started this season well with 5 pretty good performances, 4 wins, and a tight loss that could have gone either way against Leinster. So we got to park this. We've dealt with it. We've addressed it, and we've got to move on quickly into Europe, and then obviously another derby when we come out of Europe.
Going back to Bristol this week, what are you expecting from them? They haven't won a game in the Premiership, though they run Newcastle close last week. What's your thoughts on Bristol? They've got a very big squad, so if they do make a few changes, I think it will still be strong. They've got a very big pack of forwards, big set piece, and they do play a little bit of rugby as well, or certainly have the mindset to play a little bit of rugby, especially under Andy Robinson, knowing that he will want them to play. So it's a great venue, going to Ashton Gate. It's a fantastic stadium, and they'll have a big crowd. So it makes for a good occasion, and it's a game that we need to bounce back pretty quickly from. Yeah. How big a priority is Europe for you guys?
Oh, look, obviously Europe is always it's a big competition, and it's the big games, the slightly different games that we get to play. So it's still priority, but at the same time, I think we've got to know that our qualification for Europe, for the main European competition, is through the league, and therefore the league, if that's our route and top 6 is our route, we've got to make sure that that's priority.
Yeah. There's no qualification from this route even for the winner, is there?
No, which changes things, as you know. Our objective this season has got to be to try and get into that top 6. 7th last year. If we can go one place better, we automatically are in the competition that we want to be in. But league is our route to do that through the Pro 12, but also Europe is a chance to get us back on the horse this week in terms of a performance.
Yeah. It's a big game for you boys, isn't it? In the sense after what happened in the final 60 last weekend. Yeah,
it's an important game that we show a performance, and we bounced back from last weekend. And like I said, I think last weekend, I said it after the game, it's a better group of players than that. We physically turned up and got some of our game plan stuff and so on right in the first 5 games, but we got out-muscled on the weekend. We all know that, and through no other reason, in my opinion, than we weren't quite at the races, which is very disappointing for a derby. But Bristol gives us the opportunity to bounce back. It's a group, as I said before, where you've got a fair few All Blacks in that sort of Poe side. You've got Bath, who at the moment are really on form, and Bristol, as you said, are searching for a win, and have got a star-studded team that are searching for it. So it's another exciting European group, I think.
It is. It's Bath and Bows across the 7th Bristol Channel group, isn't it?
That's right. So there's a fair bit of sort of almost derby feel about some of the games. There's a bit of history between Bristol in that Matt and myself both worked for Andy at Bristol, so that adds another little bit of mind games to how both of us are going to approach the game. So it makes for, like I said, an exciting encounter. I'm pretty certain a packed Ashton Gate, which I know is a fantastic venue.